MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 2 of the NLDS between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, this is just a 5-game series, so getting that first win under you is great. The most important game of a series, though, is the next one you're about to play. So treating this game like it's absolutely critical is a good way not to get too comfortable with your lead.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Jeff Samardzija is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Jeff Samardzija, the pride and joy of Valparaiso High School, Valparaiso, Indiana. Also, a pretty good wide receiver for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Big, strong guy. A lot of people think he takes that football mentality out on the mound. 94 to 96, good sink, good late run, good hard breaking ball, and his split finger has gotten a lot better. If Jeff Samardzija is on, you'll know early he'll be inducing a lot of ground balls.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. Strike two. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Roy, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, that's just a case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of hitting.
2-1 the count. From the stretch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dickerson's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth, the second baseman.
Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Keston Hiura, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Here's a high pop-up. Samardzija over to his left. And that retires the side. Milwaukee leaves 1. Now it'll be the Giants' turn. No score. Adrian Hauser will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Leading up for the Giants, the right fielder, Mike.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And he is going to have extra bases here to start the home first. Around second. He's on his way to third. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game.
The catcher, Buster Posey.
Now the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Brandon Belt.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, and it's fouled away. Man at first for him following the one-out single. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. On the move is Braun, but this will land untouched. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Yelich is over just a few steps to his left as he takes it for out number 2. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Coming to the plate now, Alex Dickerson, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. And he'll step out for a moment to reassess things here on an 0-2 count. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane is under it, and that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. We are still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning. And digging in is the outfielder, Ryan Braun. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Longoria is under it. 1 out. So the switch hitter Justin Smoke steps up. His past meetings with Samardzija. The pitcher zoned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Stepping into the box, Omar Narvaez. Here's the pitch. Hard hit at third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
As we take another look here, you can see it's a 2-seam fastball running away from him at the plate. So he does this smart thing, not trying to pull it or just rolling over it, just goes with it and has enough juice on it to drive it for a double.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. And he puts it on the ground to second. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the run will score as the Brewers are off to an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, D-Roy. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or two, nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 2 hits lead to a run here for Milwaukee. On now to the bottom of the second. The Brewers lead this one 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted the other way out to left center. Braun has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. At the plate, Mauricio Dubon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And the pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. And Braun will handle this one for out number 2. And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know that, boys, because I batted an awful lot in that 8-hole in my early days.
Into the box now, Jeff Samardzija, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
Heading out towards shallow right. Yelich is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. They still trail 1-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll bring in utility man extraordinaire Eric Sogard. Now a swing and a little bouncer softly hit to the right side of the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. A bouncer to the left side. Up with it is Longoria, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder.
In is Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. This one is launched. Look at this. And splash down. It's into McCovey Cove.
That wasn't a particularly deep home run by today's standards, but it certainly did scream out of the park in a hurry. You see there on show track an impressive 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Smoke toward third. Longoria's there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the Brewers get a run, and it comes here on the long ball. Bottom of the third coming up. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Liner into right center, that's a base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the third inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, Hero. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in the stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in the stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A base hit in his first trip. Drilled to the left side. And Buster's going to make his way aboard. He's got a base hit.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon.
Stepping in, Brandon Belt, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. In now, Evan Longoria. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Yelich is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. The relay throw, the tag at third, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here, the side is retired. We'll see the powerful Ryan Braun start things out after the break. We'll move ahead to the 4th inning now in Game 2. It's the Brewers 2 and the Giants 0. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as Ryan Braun steps in to get things started. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's under it. 1 away.
The first base.
Stepping into the box, Justin Smoke. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Popped him up. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Omar Narvaez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. Strike 3 called and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they're on top 2-0. And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Brandon Crawford digging in next. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane is under it. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Mauricio.
Digging in now, Mauricio Dubon. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the belt, the pitch. High and deep to left center field. Kane going back at the track, the wall, into the bleachers, and gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, his first homer here in the series, and the Giants have come back to knock this one up at 2 apiece.
This is a perfect example of the total concentration it takes to be a pitcher at this level. He was on cruise control, hitting his spots, preserving a 2-run lead, and then boom! He misses his location, and the game is tied. Back to square one.
Into the box, Steven Duggar. And he pops him up back behind second base. Arcia is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the former Notre Dame wide receiver, Jeff Samardzija. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. The pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Bye-bye, baby. The Giants strike for a pair as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. We played 4, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He thinks they need to slow the game down a little bit when they get into the box. Top to bottom, they're hitting into way too many outs early in the count and not letting the at-bats develop. He's all for picking on a good pitch to hit when it comes, but they need to make sure they're doing more damage on the swings that they're taking.
Thank you, Heidi.
The shortstop, Orlando.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters, and go grab some bench.
And there are 2 away now.
Up next from Milwaukee, the third baseman.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in utility man extraordinaire Eric Sogard. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And Lorenzo Cain on deck loves to see that. It means he'll hit here as well.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
The next 0-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Brewers strand 1. Halfway home, tied 2 apiece. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
The right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Hey, not a bad way to start the nightcap. 3 at-bats, 3 base hits, D-Roll.
Yeah, the pressure falls off you after you go 1 for 1. 2 for 2, all smiles. 3 for 3, get the party started.
Now to the plate, Buster Posey. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Yastrzemski on at first, nobody out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Yelich is under it. He's got it one away. Digging in, Brandon Belt, a hit in 2 tries so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Kane. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So a nice running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Showtrack. He took a nice route, covered a good amount of ground, 100 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. Well done. First pitch on its way. Skied into very shallow right. Yelich is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Giants leave 1 through 5, all even at 2-2. Digging in, Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Behind 0-2 now. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Keston Hiura is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Posey over to his right. 2 down.
The first baseman.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And in next, the switch-hitting power bat of Justin Smoke. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Fouled off. The 1-2. Oh, got him looking at the 2-seamer, and that'll end it. Milwaukee leaves 1. Home half of the 6th inning coming up. Deadlocked at 2 apiece. Now at the plate, Alex Dickerson. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Line toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They've tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center.
Kane is right there, 1 down. Striding in, Mauricio Dubon comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He's set, and the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Boy, as we see the pitch count, it's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Dickerson isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. The relay, and he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI here.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had two all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
Stepping in now, Steven Duggar. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go to the 7th now in Game 2. It's the Giants 3 and the Brewers 2. Leading off the inning, Omar Narvaez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So striding in, Orlando Arcia. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Seared down the first baseline. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Well, taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Number 7, Eric.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Eric Sogard is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Now a pickoff play at second and a dive, but he's back in there. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that 2-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So coming to the plate, Lorenzo Cain, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
And now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. He struck him out. In and out of trouble as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Giants lead it 3-2. Corey Knebel gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 46, Corey Knebel.
Wilmer Flores is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Hit back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Mike Yastrzemski, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here's Buster Posey now. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He pulls into second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Standing in now, Brandon Belt. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Runner at second, 1 away. And standing in here, the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. First pitch on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Claudio is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Yelich is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Up next to the guy.
Coming to the plate now, Alex Dickerson. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. From the stretch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a sinker, called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors and a runner left on. 8th inning coming up. Giants on top, 5-2. Danny Jimenez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Christian Yelich will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Base hit into right center.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Here's the 1-1. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Another 1-2 delivery. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Ryan Braun comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Back goes Yastrzemski. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. Well, sometimes you see diving catches that happen because of a bad route, but that certainly wasn't the case here. That's an exceptional route efficiency as calculated by ShowTrack, and it's evident it was a big reason why he was able to lay out and bring that one in. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Digging in now for the Brewers, Omar Narvaez. And Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, man, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Popped up. Posey has a play, and the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple, and the deficit remains 5-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Corbin Burns will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Manny Pena will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Swing hard liner to left center, and that'll get down to leadoff single for Crawford.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
In now, Mauricio Dubon. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane is under it. Makes the play, 1 away. Now at the plate, Steven Duggar. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. The relay throw. And it's in time as he's out at 3rd as the good relay gets him. Rob Brantley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 76, Rob Brantley.
And he pops it up. On the move is Braun. But this will land untouched. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Braun has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for San Francisco. They're still out in front, 5-2. Kevin Gossman comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. So striding forward now, Orlando Arcia. He's the one to start off the ninth inning with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. The Giants are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
0-1 pitch on its way. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Manny Pena goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Ripped down the first base line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another one sent foul. The Brewers down to their final strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
(5-2) the final score tonight. The San Francisco Giants get the win to take a 2-0 series lead. Jeff Samardzija earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Our final line score tonight.